Hello, and thank you again for tuning in to another AudioVAULT session on our AFS Enterprise Resource Planning, or ERP, with Brenda Spanier. My name's David Feaster, and as always, we're going to be focusing on some of the features and benefits of our ERP solution. Today's session is focused on the deals and rebates, and once again, Brenda will be taking us through the solution. For those of you who haven't tuned in before, Brenda, if you wouldn't mind, maybe just give 30 seconds about who you are and how long you've been with the company.
Okay, great. Hi, David. My name is Brenda Spanier, and I'm the product manager for ERP. And I've been with AFS for 5 years, working with implementations, training, and operational reviews. And I'm really excited about the product that we have and how we can help the food and beverage industry.
Awesome. Thanks, Brenda. So talk about excitement. Let's start out with the benefits of our deals and rebates system. So take it away, Brenda.
Okay. So the really nice thing about our deals and rebates processing system is that it's fully integrated within your ERP. So we are accruing for your deals that you're getting from your vendors. So you know at any given time the income that you're expecting from those vendors. We also am keeping track of the deals that we're giving out to our customers. And so you know all the time what your liability is to those customers and what they've been purchasing. But part of that integration also is that the deals will show up in your sales margin reports, your profitability reports. So you can see true profitability of the various sales to your customers. So versus if you were using a third-party system, that is outside and you will never have true profitability. So that's a really nice benefit to using our deals module. The deals also are really easy to set up and to process. And so I really like that aspect of our system, that somebody can set up a deal easily right when they're entering in a purchase order. They can just do a manual deal, or when you're entering in a sales order, you can just enter in that deal on the fly, or you can set up a deal that's going to be longer range and have that take into account as you're purchasing and as you're selling your product.
You know, Brenda, you mentioned the different types of deals, both the vendor deals and the customer deals. And I think one of the unique aspects of the AFS ERP, the deals and rebates program, is that when you're creating a deal, you can actually create both sides of the deal at the same time, in the same format, in the same screen, so that you're not having to set up one, close it down, save it, set up another one, close it down, save it, and make sure that they're in sync. So why don't you talk a little bit about both the vendor deals and the customer deals?
Okay, so we have an unlimited choice of deals that you can do. On the vendor deal side, we have off-invoice deals, bill backs that are based on what you're purchasing, but also sales performance bill backs based on what you're selling to the customers. We also can do guaranteed cost deals. And so the guaranteed cost is the vendor is guaranteeing that, you know, you're only going to pay so much, and if you get invoiced more, we will generate a bill back for the difference. We can also do that based on a manufacturer's price and do a guaranteed bill back. We have free goods on the vendor side. But in addition, we also have the customer side deals. So we can do an off-invoice price, or we can do off-invoice sales-based cost or sales loaded cost. So that will affect your margin reports. We can do fixed pricing, rebates, free goods, where if you buy 5, you get 1 free, or get 1 at half price, something like that. But as David mentioned, we can also, in one deal, do the vendor side and the customer side. So the vendor's giving me $1 off a case, and on the customer side, I'm going to pass on 50 cents of that or the full amount. I also can have all that information go to my general ledger based on the specific deal. So a lot of flexibility. We have multi-tiered deals. So, you know, if you order a certain amount, you can get a different value. So we've got that. We also have quantity deals. So you can get, you know, you're going to give this customer a deal, but only up to the point that they order, you know, 100 cases or something like that. So just unlimited flexibility, and again, the full reporting capabilities.
Brenda, I think one of the other things that's really important is the visibility to the deal. So that in our sales channels, whether you're a customer service agent or an external salesperson, they have access to all this information without having to pick up the phone. On the line item, they press a function and they can see how long the deal's in play for, what are the details of the deal, how much is being kept for the company, what's going to the customer, and their commissions are set up properly so that it really shows it reflective net of the actual deal. So I think the visibility is important as well. But that all goes to the easy setup. We spent a lot of time, a lot of years, and worked with a lot of customers to make sure that our deals tool is exactly what the industry is looking for. So again, can you take a few minutes to talk about the setup and how easy it is?
Okay. So we have templates that you can set up. So, if you do a lot of vendor off invoice deals, you can set up a template, and all I need to do is bring up that template, enter in the specifics of who the vendor is, the date range, and the products that are part of it, and I'm done. Same thing on the customer side. So the templates are a wonderful way for somebody to easily get the deals entered. We can also copy deals. So if you have a really complex deal with many products, or groups of products, you can easily just copy that and then change the rates. So we try to make it as easy as possible. As far as the processing of our deals is very simple as well. So we have the ability to process your deals on the job scheduler. So you can automatically have that run, and every month it will generate the bill back. You can even have it set up so it emails or FTPs that bill back directly to the vendor along with any documentation that they need. All deals can be processed as AR or AP, and the AR is kept separately in another part of our system. So it's not mixed in with your customer AR. So I know that you can find a lot of benefits to using our deals, but let's say maybe you have a deal that you've already entered the purchase order, you've received the product, and now you find out about the deal and you're like, well, now I can't capture it. Well, we have a way to run a batch for missed deals, and it will go out and it will look and see, well, these products or these purchase orders or these orders met that criteria, and it will accumulate that and put it into my bill back processing and track it for me.
Wait a second, hold on a second, Brenda. So you're telling me that vendors and or brokers make mistakes and they forget to tell you about certain deals that were applicable?
Right?
Yeah, we all know that never happens more than twice a day. But it is
Exactly.
nice to know that our rebate program can retroactively go back and account for that information so you don't lose it, because those are parts of the processes that are typically lost with lesser systems. You mentioned the automation and the tracking of those deals, how it can be run by the job scheduler. That again replaces a person having to remember to do something. So I'm sorry to butt in, but I just thought that those were important things to to highlight again, that you had mentioned them.
Right. Yeah, it is just a wonderful tool. And again, if you're using a third-party system, you can't use that type of get that type of information. I mean, once it's passed, and then you're trying to do things manually, where here it can all be fully automated.
So what about reporting? What type of reporting do we have access to, Brenda?
Right. As I mentioned before, we do have a net sales margin report that shows you your true profitability net of all the deals. And you can select which kind of deals you want to include in that profitability reporting as well. But if you're going to, we all know that most of our profit is coming from the deals. That's where this business is. And you need to know and be able to see what kind of profitability you're getting. So I'm really happy with this tool and the fact that we can get that information. We have the
That's
ability
critical.
also to run your bill back and rebate reports at any time. So at any point, I can always see where I'm at and what kind of monies I'm expecting to get.
That's fantastic. Over the years, Brenda, deals have changed dramatically. It used to be that they were strictly between the distributor and the vendor. And now we're seeing things that are extended out to different groups, extended out to different chains, things like that. So, you know, within our system, do we handle things for schools or group purchasing organizations? How can we address those types of deals through our deals and rebates program?
Right. I'm glad you asked about that, because the K-12 program is very complex. The schools do offer some deals, and it's based on, you know, various recipes and how much you've purchased and sold. And we have really built this into the system. We have a very detailed K-12 deal processing system. We also have other complex deals, and I touched on them briefly, is the multi-tiered deals. And so I can have for different groups of products or different customers and groups of customers, where if they order different levels of quantities, they can get more money. We have tracking deals as well, where maybe you're tracking for points, and the vendor is offering you a trip based on how much you've purchased. So we have the ability to do that, along with a whole host of other kinds of information.
Fantastic. Well, you know, as you were saying, we certainly cover quite a bit within the deals and rebates modules. Certainly it outpaces our competition for a variety of different reasons, let alone the fact that it's fully integrated within the system. But it is an integral part of our ERP solution, and it does come in the basic package. It's not something that they have to purchase in addition to our ERP, correct?
Right. You know, that's what's really nice is, you know, you buy ERP and you get this along with it.
Yeah, that is great. Well, Brenda, as always, as we finish these things up, I truly appreciate your time. I know how valuable it is. So we'll let you get back to working with the customers and directing the product line. But as always, thank you so much for your time today, Brenda.
Great. Thank you, David.